Today, I will be sharing my food preparation skills and help you cool down during the very hot Philippine summer. So jelly salad is a dessert that is easy to make, but may take quite some time. And I guarantee it's definitely worth it. If you love gelatin and milk, I definitely recommend you try this recipe. The recipe that I'm using can be altered to your liking because jelly salad has so much variation. I've actually made and tasted 3 other ones and they're all so good. So, the recipe I will be demonstrating is only one of many. The ingredients that I will be using can also be used in other variations, but I will specify which ones are specific to this. The ingredients you will be needing for this recipe are 2 packets of gulaman, 1 can of evaporated milk and condensed milk, 1 can or carton of all-purpose cream, 3/4 cups of sugar, and optionally, you may add half a cup of mini tapioca pearls or sago't. And for this variation, I will be using mango-flavored gulaman and 3 mangoes. Now that you know the ingredients, let's get cooking. In a pot, add water based from the gulaman package instructions. But if you want to make it just slightly harder, reduce the water by half a cup per packet. So the instructions in the one I used recommended 6 cups per packet, and since I used 2, it should total to 12. But I only used 11 cups because I wanted to be able to slightly chew the gulaman. Then, we add the gulaman powder into the water and stir until it is completely dissolved. Once the gulaman is completely dissolved, you may put the pot on the stove and turn it on low heat and stir continuously. When the gulaman mixture seems to be close to boiling, add the sugar and remember not to stop stirring. So for my first tip, I recommend you to use white sugar for the gulaman. My reasoning behind this is that darker colored sugar may discolor the gulaman, at least in this scenario, because the gulaman we are using is light colored. Once the gulaman mixture is boiling, turn off the fire and let it rest for about a minute or 2. Then, stir it again until the white stuff floating is homogenized with the rest of the mixture. After that, you may now pour the gulaman into a container or mold so it can harden and cool. Make sure that the resting place of the gulaman isn't moved frequently as it will disturb the gulaman from hardening at least faster. So, my second tip would be that when choosing a mold or container for the gulaman, though any container will suffice, I do recommend using one with wider surface area to help the gulaman cool and harden faster, as a wider surface area means that it's easier to dissipate heat. Decided to add sago, we may start preparing it while waiting for the gulaman to harden. Might as well use the time, no? In a pot, add 5 to 6 cups of water, then boil. Once boiling, you may add the sago and the same as gulaman, stir continuously. I guess you can call it your arm workout for the day. You'll know the sago is cooked when it's totally clear. Once it's cooked, turn the fire off and add a cup of water to the sago so it won't stick to itself while it's cooling. Now it's time to use the mangoes. Cube the mango meat and use the ones from the cheek. Don't use the ones very near the seed as there are tough fibers in there. Once you already cube the mangoes, save some to use as topping and additional texture. Mash the remaining until it's puree-like. If you have a blender, you may also use it for convenience. Now that the gulaman has cooled and hardened, we'll need it to cut it into tiny cubes, about half an inch small. I actually had to cut the gulaman into smaller pieces off cam. I didn't bother videographing it anymore because it takes such a long time, especially if you're doing it alone. So, get some backup with this one if you're able to. We're very close to finishing. We just need to combine everything. Make sure to use a large bowl with this step so you don't make the same mistake I did. I had to use another container to mix everything because I thought I can fit it in the first container I chose. With combining everything, I recommend mixing the gulaman and sago. First, if you decided to use some sago, before the liquids. Because if you do the opposite and you're not careful, milk will certainly splash everywhere. Also, you can substitute evaporated and condensed milk with condensada, which is a pre-combined version of the two. It's becoming the preferred choice when making desserts, but I choose to buy separate so I can control the sweetness myself. Another substitute if you're low on budget or only have evaporated milk in hand is just evaporated milk mixed with sugar. Also, I recommend you add the cubed mangoes you saved last, just so it won't be crushed while you're mixing, which will make saving it all for naught. Yep. So my last tip would be if you think it's too sweet, just add more evaporated milk and water. Don't worry about it being too runny, unless you added a ton of evapor milk. Then that will be a beverage instead of a dessert, no? The sago and gulaman will absorb the additional moisture anyways when it's refrigerated. And that's it! You've finished making mango jelly salad. You may add some additional topping like what I did. It's crushed chocolate sandwich cookies, by the way. You can also serve it as it is, but if you really want to enjoy it and cool down for the hot Philippine summer, then I suggest you refrigerate it first. That's it! You now have a creamy jelly dessert to munch down while you're bored in lockdown, plus help you cool down this summer. Oh, have I mentioned that gulaman has no calories? I actually found this dessert because I still wanted to eat sweets while watching my weight. I hope you enjoyed eating this dessert as much as I did. I can hardly control myself while making it. Thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. This is Angela signing out. Happy eating! Ciao!